Why is it so important to keep your elbow behind your hand when it comes to reaching, doing various different activities? When it comes to dealing with, say, shoulder pain or upper trap pain or arm pain, oftentimes it's because our shoulders and our pecs are what we call internally rotated, which is this. What's interesting about this position is the fact that I want you to envision your arm bone and your collarbone. And on your arm bone, you have these two bony ridges, and we call them the tubercles. And those are two main muscular attachment points of your rotator cuff muscles. And when your shoulders are tight, specifically right here in the pec, because we do a lot of things right here in our midline, those two bony ridges can become a little bit more prevalent. And every time we move our arm or raise our arm, those two bony ridges can make contact with that collarbone. That's what we often call impingement. When you have those two bony ridges making contact with the collarbone, it can actually irritate the tendons and the muscles of the rotator cuff, which is one of the reasons why people experience pain in the first place. And it's often because those shoulders are in this position. When the shoulder's in this position, again, those tubercles come in contact with the collarbone. So how can we fix that? One, you can for sure do a lot of shoulder strengthening exercises, but if we know that the irritating stimulus is because your elbows are out like this, we can fix it by simply pulling those elbows in, letting the inner edge of your elbow come in contact with your rib cage, or if you're at a desk, have your arms supported versus letting those arms flare out. And this is gonna be particularly useful, especially when you're doing something like push-ups. When we're doing push-ups, the key is to have your elbow stacked on top of your hand or keep those elbows in a little bit tight. And as you can see, once I keep those elbows inside the hand, everything rotates out, which then allows those two bony ridges to pass freely underneath your collarbone. And so in short, keep those elbows in, and that way you can allow yourself to put less pressure on your shoulder and make it all feel better.